Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Sean here with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you for joining in on another edition of the Blue Ridge High Rollers episode. We do this at the beginning of every month, and we take a look at 10 of the most incredible coins that have sold on eBay for the prior month. All right, so this month, we're in August. We're going to take a look at everything, all the goodies from July 2021. Yeah, you probably saw the thumbnail, so obviously we're going to get to that coin somewhere along the line in this episode. But yeah, these are some of the most interesting, probably unsurprising listings that you will find. I think this has been one of the hottest months, the month of July for coins. We've had a number of just huge sales, unlike we've ever seen in quite a while. Now, we've only done the High Rollers episode for, a few months so far, and they have their own niche, just crowd that love this sort of thing. So, yeah, we're going to jump in. But yeah, that last coin, or whatever coin that was that we're going to talk about, that quarter. We have a little bit of a conversation about that one. But in any event, yes, I am happy to bring the High Rollers episode July 2021 to your home, I guess, or car, or wherever you watch these videos. But let's not dilly-dally any longer. The dilly-dallying is dallying the dillies. All right, so we're going to start it off with the number 10 coin on the list that is sold on eBay. It's going to be this beauty. Again, this is expected to show up on some sort of list, but it's a $17.95 flowing hair dollar early piece. This is the two leaves type variety, simply stunning coin. Even in a PCGS XF45 grade, this coin is just incredible. It's got all the meaty goodness of originality that you would expect for a coin that hasn't been played around with or anything. I mean, this coin is as original as the day is long. It's also worth mentioning that this is also part of one of the most anticipated, I guess, provenances, and that's the DL Hansen collection, in which DL assembled just a huge, and simply breathtaking list of early type coins. This is one of them right here. So this looks like it was a more recent PCGS submission, just based off of the slab details. You got the QR code on the back and all that great stuff. So this was either, I don't know, it might have been sent out in its original holder. If it was, I wouldn't think that this coin would have been raw for a long time, but again, you never know what happens. This is, in terms of collectible US type coins, it's hard to go wrong with one of the earliest type pieces that kind of like threads that needle of colonial to true US type. But very cool coin. So let's see how much it's sold for. A best offer was realized somewhere south of $20,300 for this one. It does have the distinction of being the number 10 coin. Again, just beautiful. And it's sold by David Lawrence Rare Coins. I mean, who else would you expect? David Lawrence is one of the foremost experts in the field. His auctions that he runs monthly, they feature some really nice coins. And he also does a lot of eBay sales as well. So if you're looking to add a incredible statement piece for your collection, David Lawrence is probably one of the top choices out there today. All right, so number 10 coin. How about number 9? What are we going to do here for the numero 9? We have a 1856 Flying Eagle cent. Now, this is the key date in an otherwise incredibly short series. All right, so the Flying Eagle program only lasted 3 years. 56, 57, and 58. 56, as some of you know, is not an issue that you see come up that often. As a matter of fact, they're mostly proofs. The one kind of crazy thing about this coin is that it was graded mint state. So that is crazy. And it's in a much older original green holder. So that's obviously maybe a typo in there. It's also CAC certified, so this has a lot of things going for it. Now, the real question is, would you rather send this back to PCGS in a much newer holder and ensure that you get the proof designation, or you simply just keep it in here? You don't see a lot of slab label errors from earlier generations of these PCGS holders. They are known to be the more stricter age of grading when you get into the Rattlers, the OGHs, and the doilies, which are all from like the 80s and early 90s. Yeah, grading was incredibly a lot more strict back then, but it's crazy how this one just came out mid-state. So as far as how much it's sold for, this one also a best offer was accepted. The original ask is $22,500. This one was sold by Gallets 1905, and they're in California. Beautiful coin, and one in which you don't see that often. And this is a nice kind of like middle-of-the-road grade for the 56 proof Flying Eagle. Generally, you find them in AU condition because they did circulate. These coins, didn't really spend too much time in collections back, Civil War era. They just didn't, and because of their very small mintages, finding one is like a needle in a haystack. These were kind of probably traded very exclusively out in commerce during that time. All right. Number 8, number Ocho in this one is going to be one of my personal favorite type coins ever in the history of U.S. type coins. And that is the 1907 high relief wire rim St. Gaudens double eagle. This is a $20 face value coin. Just a stunner. Every time I find one of these and I look at them, I've never owned one. All right, I do own a few St. Gaudens, but this one has always been on my list. I have a few coin dealer buddies that have picked these up, and they're raw. They send them off for grading. They come back these stunning 63 to 65 grades. And they're like, hey, we're ready to sell you one, Sean. But the price is kind of way out there in left field. Even 15 years ago when I was looking at these things, the $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 that these coins commanded back in the day is still quite a bit of money. All right, and that's even in an age where the internet was reigning king. NGC, Mint State 64, I mean, that's supreme collector / investment grade right there in every sense of the word. This one also, a best offer was accepted. The original asking price, $24,725. I would venture to guess that the final agreed upon price isn't too far off from that value, probably between $22,000 and $23,000. Again, it's a stunner. If you're looking to add a piece that will enhance in value over time, again, this was a coin in this grade that was available for around $8,000 to $10,000 15 years ago, and now we're looking at a coin that is over $20,000. The coin market is a funny thing these days. Another usual coin seller, TNFC. They are also Roundtable Authorized Dealer. That's a online coin authorized dealer group. And they are located in Florida, like they normally are. But yeah, just a beautiful coin. This one, by the way, is sold July 13th. The 56 proof Flying Eagle sold July 11th. And then the first coin, that Flying Eagle, sold July 8th. I got to get better about those dates, guys. But yeah, they are confirmed July sales. The next one that we have is going to be number 7, my favorite number in the whole wide world. But this is not personally my favorite coin, but it is a very important coin. 1950 Franklin half dollar. It's not like any run-of-the-mill business strike Franklin. This is a proof. The proof 1950 sets are incredibly scarce and they're quite expensive. Most of them run anywhere from $750 to $1,000 a set. But finding one that will grade out this high, good luck with that. They are just few and far between in today's coin world. This one right here is just an incredibly clean example, fully lustrous. In terms of proofs, it's not like your run-of-the-mill proofs where you have like frosty devices and Just drippy black fields like you would expect on like a deep cameo coin. You didn't see those quite often during this age of proof coinage. And just a beautiful coin. It's a top pop grade. And this one here realized $25,000. This one sold July 20th, 2021. And this one is sold by Kearney CC. They are in Nebraska. So, yeah, pretty cool. Another roundtable authorized dealer. Again, we've highlighted a few of the Kearney CC sales. They do high end, of course, and this one for a Franklin lover is right down the alley of rarities. All right, we're moving along the list at number 6, and in this one we got, how about some beautiful, stunning gold? Now, yeah, this one has its issues. It's a 1795. This is what they call the, I guess, capped drape bust or something like that. It's not quite the drape bust that we all know and love from like the $50 series or the dollar series or anything like that. But, you know, this is its own exclusive look onto gold coinage. This one is showing PCGS genuine. It's a $10 face value, which means it's an eagle. XF detail repaired. So I can't quite figure out where it was repaired at. I don't see any indication that this one was holed and then refilled. Although, you know, a master craftsman, it probably does a pretty good job at you know, fixing that up. I don't know. But this one right here, it appears to be also cleaned. All right, which I have a feeling that after it was repaired, it was probably polished and then cleaned. To try and restore some of its look. It might have been a rim ding or a bump or something like that that just needed repair. Again, this is an incredibly tough coin. It's the 13 leaves variety, very low mintage. And even in problem states, these earlier, late 1700s, early 1800s US type golds are just hard to find, and they're being scooped up left and right in any condition. Now, this one right here, 13 leaves variety. This one, the best offer was accepted somewhere south of $32,775. This one was sold by J. Lewis 90, a little bit newer seller in the mix. But yeah, great looking coin. Again, if you are an early gold collector, this one probably fits right in there. All right, so we are halfway through the list at number 5, and in this one we have, how about some early Carson City love? And we got, yeah, the key date as far as Carson City Morgans go. This one here, 1889, PCGS graded Mint State 61 DMPL, which just really means deep mirror proof like. So these earlier Morgans, especially during the 1880s, you can find them which with what appears to be frosty devices and dark mirrored fields. And there were still business strike coins. There were only a few dates, 1885 or 1895 rather, that in which they did make proofs. Which, you know, there's only a few hundred examples for those extant. But this one right here in this grade, once you get past like AU 58 and up, boy, these 1889 CCs just go up and up and up. And we are still seeing like really strong, healthy sales of key Carson City coins. This is one of them right here. So, yeah, $35,000 is what they were asking for the coin. It's worth every bit of that. But this one sold for just a hair more, $35,250. This one sold July 9th, 2021. The gold sold on July 20th, by the way. Sold by Kedsey Coins. I believe we've highlighted a few of Kedsey's listings here in the past on these high roller videos. But yeah, that seems like a pretty good rate. The one sold 1889 CC that I personally own for my Carson City set, I paid like $1,500 for, but it's like a VF cleaned. You know, it's not going to straight grade, and I felt that was like a lot of money. But you know, a few grade points higher at 61, the price goes up tremendously, and it shows. All right, 6 down, 4 to go. So we're at the number 4 coin right here, and we have more early gold. This time a Civil War era quarter eagle. This is a PCGS XF45. It's been used, circulated. It's been used at every conceivable saloon and bar known to man, and probably brothel at while we're at it. Just a key. Any gold from the Civil War era from 61 to 65 is all desirable. They're low mintage and they're exclusive, and when it comes to Old West coinage, you better believe that any sort of gold or Carson City dollar or something to that effect is what people want. It's about this period in time when there's a lot more desirability. There's Civil War collectors that want this. There's the people collecting the series by itself that want this. So this hits a lot of needs out there, and that's probably why it sold for $47,644 through 12 bids. And it was offered by S. Nance 2013, located in South Carolina. This one sold July 5th, so day after 4th of July. As you can see, the sales are robust even throughout the summer. Again, one of the strongest months on record, for sure, in numismatics. And this one, no exception. Beautiful coin in spite of its grade. It did straight grade, so we could give it that. Top 3 time, we got the number 3 coin on the list, and this is one that I've talked about on previous episodes of the High Rollers. We have another Continental dollar. Okay, this is the real deal, 1776, one of the earliest forms of currency for the U.S. Continental dollars are just neat. All right, there's really no other way to describe it, especially the composition. This one was crafted in pewter. Features a nice rotated reverse, which, the earlier minting processes, there wasn't that much quality control ever. So that really is inconsequential in this case. But what we have here is a really nice PCGS XF40 example. This one has the misspelled currency, so it's only got one R in there. Beautiful coin. I mean, if you dig on these early colonial pieces, this is a must-have. And there is a lot of deep pockets colonial collectors out there that dabble in this sort of thing. So I wasn't surprised at all when this one realized $47,850. This one sold July 20th, and that's even at an XF40, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen much higher grades go for a lot more money, but again, these are niche coins. You don't see them out in the marketplace that often. Coast Coin, one of the biggest dealers in the U.S. today of U.S. type coins. Glad to see this sale on here. All right, so what's the number 2 coin? Is it that Washington quarter that we were talking about? Believe it or not, no. It's another gold. This time a 1920S $20 double eagle St. Gaudens. This one grades out at a very conservative NGC Mint State 62. Now, this one is interesting. This one actually has a really nice, healthy mintage at 558,000 pieces compared to some of the other dates around it that have mintages of about half or lower. Those coins command a lot less money. And when I mean less money, like you can buy a Mid-State 62, say 1919 or whatever, for around $2,200. So, but this one right here sold for a tremendous amount more, and I'm going to get into that here in a moment. This one realized $69,000. Whoa, mama. All right, so here's a big deal with this coin. It had a pretty nice healthy mintage, which for gold, this is quite a bit, 558,000. However, for 1920, the U.S. Mint actually recalled a lot of these coins back and had them melted. How many is anybody's guess. All we do know is that there was a fair number of them that got returned and melted, where you don't see a whole lot of 1920s St. Gaudens double eagles anymore. There just isn't any out there to be found. So I would say probably over 90% of that mintage got returned and melted, which is a lot. So let's figure maybe 20,000 pieces are left available, if not less. It's anybody's guess. This is another TNFC sale. They're in Florida, of course. 69 grand, man. I mean, that's on any other high rollers report. This would probably be the top coin. But of course, we got to address the 14,000 pound pink elephant in the room, and it's going to be the number one coin. And of course, we have to revisit this one. This one is an interesting coin. 2019 West Point San Antonio Missions ATB quarter. As you guys know, this is the great American coin hunt. The W minted circulation rarities were inserted out there in coin rolls back in the day, and they were the heart and desire of every searching mission. It was a true treasure hunt in every aspect. All right, so it became instantly like a popular overnight success story for not only the U.S. Mint, but also for the collecting base that wanted these coins. Now, here's an interesting thing. See how it says Solo Finest? We have seen a lot of these graded over the last few years. Okay, a lot of them did land kind of like that niche, mid-state 64 to mid-state 67. That's kind of like the bulk of the grading returns on these. Check out that grade. Mid-state 69. And it says Solo Finest. Is that the finest graded 69 of a San Antonio Missions ever? No. It's the finest out of all 10 West Point ETB quarters released during 2019 and 2020. It is the top pop of the entire series, which makes this the consummate holy grail of West Point quarters. And for that, it sold for $75,000, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's the question. Is this a legit sale? I think it is. I'm just going to go out there and say it is because there was no relist. This one sold July 26th, which we were like 3 weeks out already on that date. And it's sold by a very established company, Mac Coin Trading, with just huge feedback. Has sold a lot of coins. And they're located in Florida. So 75 grand gets you the finest graded ever West Point quarter from the 2019-2020 circulation rarity release. That says something. That is smoking white hot. Now, 75 grand seems incredibly ambitious. I would love to hear your thoughts on this coin. If Mac Coin Trading is listening to me or a representative thereof, give us a shout out. Let us know what the deal is with this coin. I think I might have talked about your last one. I'm not sure. But this one just seems very legit, considering that is the top pop graded coin out of the whole series, and it's very popular. But yeah, this one is a shocker. This one, when I came across it, was probably one of like top three in the last 90 days of sold listings of U.S. coins, and that says a lot. It's huge. Is this a game changer for the hobby? Could be, but we need to know the facts. That's for sure. All right, and in a shell, that is your top 10 coins for the High Roller episode, July 2021. What a fun episode. Just an overall mix of great stuff in here, from silver to pennies to early gold to rare gold to sought after key date gold and, all that great stuff. We even had a continental colonial era piece in there in the mix. So we actually had two. So, yeah, that sure was a lot of fun. I want to thank you guys again for joining in on one of my favorite episodes I like to do every month. It's, considering how much these coins sell for, a lot of us can't really afford this, myself included. But it is always fun to see, what people are spending their money on. Again, the investment community of numismatics is incredibly strong. Surprisingly, it stayed strong throughout the summer. Just looking at preliminary August sales, we already have like 5 or 6 coins to talk about for the next High Rollers episode for August. Should be interesting, to say the least. But that's going to go ahead and do it. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Don't forget to like, share, or subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it at all. And that's going to go ahead and do it. Coinaholics, we are discovering together. I want to thank you again for all your support. And stay tuned for the next one. You guys take care. Have a good day.